everybody, welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis. And it's fall, and it's a great time. Ouch. It's a great time for a cat to jump up your leg. Say hi. Say hi. Hey, show your pretty face. Show your pretty face. Yes. All right. As I was getting ready to say, it's a great time to look at your garden and decide if you want to make any changes from this past year. Also look and see what worked out and what didn't work out. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love is my greenhouse. I can garden in there year round. In the wintertime, I have the cold weather crops going. The broccoli and the cauliflower actually do better as a fall crop and winter crop than they ever do as a spring crop. And the beds out here in the main garden, you have to weed all the time. I've hardly ever had to weed inside the greenhouse. So one of the things I considered was building a new greenhouse. But we had a little bit of a problem there. We live in an area that has a lot of hills, a lot of slopes, and finding a level spot for a greenhouse is hard. And I wanted to find a spot that was close to the water source and didn't require a bunch of leveling to be done. So we have been for the last 3 days walking around looking and trying to decide where we could put the greenhouse. The original place where I had the small greenhouse, we decided wouldn't work because the greenhouse I'm looking at, I got a cat climbing up my leg again. Ow! Whew. All right. Wow. Okay, where we had the small greenhouse would not work because this new greenhouse I'm looking at is a lot taller. The old small greenhouse was only about 7.5 to 8 foot tall, and the one I'm looking at is 12.5 feet tall, which means it wouldn't touch the overhead wires, but it would come very close, and if the wind got going or if they busted or something, they could land on the greenhouse, and that is something we didn't want. So we couldn't put it where the small greenhouse was originally. So we walked around and looked to see what we could find. Now, one of the things we did was we finally cleared off the old greenhouse. Hi, Prince. Got another one trying to climb up. We took the cover off of it completely, covered the shelves up so they are staying out of the rain. But those are the overhead wires. I don't know if you can see them or not. But it just wouldn't work with the size of greenhouse that we were thinking about. And we decided that we were going to take this little greenhouse and the frame and recover it. Maybe not right away, but we're going to move it and recover it and use it as a sprout type house just to start little seeds and stuff in, I think. Anyway, we went around, we looked at different spots. Originally we were going to put it here. It was going to come out to approximately here and go 20 feet that direction. That wouldn't work because of the wires. Our next ideal was over with the tomato trellis area. We thought we could put it here, and since it's going to have the high sides, we could actually include the trellis inside the greenhouse. But again, the wires were too close. So that ruled this section out. I got trouble following me. Prince and Fluffy. And Blue is over here in the corner, along with the real troublemaker, Spike. So that was one suggestion. Another suggestion was where this flower garden's at and where to go from where the potato patch is out that way. But now I got the drain going through there. And if I go this, oh, these cats. If I come this way, I have to replace all the flower garden. So that's another ideal. Still in the works. I'll have to measure this exactly to see. And the other suggested place was where I've got the stakes at right here, and it goes to the center post there on the old greenhouse over to just past the compost bins. And the compost bins need to be redone anyway, so that's no problem. So this is my number one spot right now. Another spot we thought about was over here, but we have to take out 3 of my beds to put it here, and we'd have to add at least a lot of dirt to level it up. So I ruled that part out right away. So we're down to 2 spots to decide, but we know that we can go with a 16 by 20, and we're thinking no high sides. And I can get, if I leave it the way it is, I'll actually be able to put the shelves inside the greenhouse where they're at. They're rooted in concrete, so it's going to be kind of hard to move them. But it would work fine there. It would give me a place to put seedlings. And then I can get, I calculated I can get like 182 square feet of growing space with a 3-foot aisle on each side of the beds. So be 3 different beds with 3 foot in between. So I can get that in there. So that would mean I could actually take out a couple of those other beds that aren't working too well, if I feel like it. So that is the dilemma, where to put the new greenhouse. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. Remember, like, share, subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, thank you. Hit the bell icon so you be notified when I'm on next. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.